The last mathematical representation that we're going to write down is our explicit formula. And then we're going to add that to our pages of notes. The explicit formula. So the explicit formula is a form or an equation that's used to find any term in a sequence. So for the recursive formula, you would use it to find the next term. The explicit formula, you use it to find any term. Any term. So like the 100th term. So how many dots in 100 minutes? It'd be a whole lot easier to use the explicit formula than it would for the recursive formula to sit there and add 4 over and 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 over again. So we're going to add page 5 to our notebook. So this should be the 5th page. And this is going to be the explicit formula. And we are going to add to these, just like the last formula notes that we took for the recursive formula. We are going to add to these when we take notes for one of our other lessons. All right, so the explicit formula is a formula or equation that we can use to find any term in a sequence. I'm going to split this page up. We have a specific explicit formula that we're going to write down for our arithmetic sequence. And then I'm going to give you guys an example based off the growing dots that we just did. So when you write this, it's just one formula. There's not two parts to it. And when you have the explicit formula for an arithmetic sequence, you want to use the f of n notation. So you're going to write f of n is equal to, and then you put whatever a sub 0 is plus d n. Now sometimes you might see parentheses in like that. That's fine. But the parentheses, if you leave this as a variable, you don't need the parentheses there. And when you're asked to write an explicit formula or make one up, you leave this as an n. You don't put a number there. So I'm going to get rid of the parentheses because they're kind of redundant and just leave that as n. Now, what do these things all mean? Well, this right here, this a sub 0, that means your start value. That's what that means. We started with 1 dot when we did growing dots. So I would put a 1 right there. You do not put 1 sub 0. You just replace the whole thing, replace all of it with the number. So I just put a 1 there. We know that the lowercase d stands for your common difference. I shouldn't even have to write that down because that's in our arithmetic sequence notes. And then the n in this case stands for the time. So our time was minutes, and so that's what that stands for. So if I were to write this in my example, I would start off with f of n. Our start value, our number of dots that we started with was 1. Our common difference or our pattern is that we're adding 4 each time. And then if you're writing your explicit formula, you just leave it as n. You don't change it or put a number there, unless it's asking you to do something different. Now, the problem that we wrote with used t's instead of in. That's fine. It'd be just like that. So you can replace the n's with a different variable as long as the first one, the two variables are the same. So we have to use both n's or both t's. N is going to be the most common thing that we use, but if it asks you to use the letter T instead, prefer you to do that.